A classic from 2004 is back for the second time as a retro, or they introduced as a retro, but this is its second time re-releasing as a retro. And it's these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 12 French Blue. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 12 in a beautiful French blue colorway. But before we get started, if you were looking to ways to help out this channel, we do have some brand new WearTesters merch available. This is a collaboration between us and Serious Player Only, where we've created 2 performance shirts in 2 different colors. We've also got a bunch of brand new socks available as well. If you go to SeriousPlayerOnly.com, that's where US customers can go. But for all of you guys that would like to support WearTesters and you are internationally, head over to Kickzone, where they've got both the shirts as well as some of the socks available currently right now. So again, if you're international, go to Kickzone.com, and if you're based in the US, go to SeriousPlayerOnly.com, and I thank you in advance. Now, as far as the box is concerned, they do come in the original Air Jordan 12 box, which is interesting because this is not an original colorway. The original 12s released in the 1996 and 1997 season, and they did release in this box. Retro colorways would come with a Jumpman on there, which these should have if they were going with this box. But in the original time frame of this release, they actually came in the Air Jordan Face box, which is one box that we talked about really recently in the Air Jordan 4 Rare Air video. Now, as for this shoe itself, it debuted in 2004. It was one of those shoes that was like, oh, is this for, like, you know, his Wizards era? Possibly. I don't actually remember if MJ wore these in a Wizards uniform, but I do know that Kobe Bryant wore them. I remember that. But either way, this colorway made its debut in 2004. I do find it funny that this is the second time that this colorway has retroed, because there was another colorway that was fucking fantastic in 2004 that released alongside these. Not literally alongside, but just within the same time frame. And it was the Air Jordan 12 Flint Gray. And those have not seen a retro once. My God, why? Like, come on, man, put them out. We were close, but they ruined it by doing the zigzaggy thing. The most recent retro of this colorway was in 2016. We actually have a video on those, and I do feel like that shoe is just way better than this one. This one has nicer materials, so I'll give them that. But the overall build, like the way that they're shaped and like, I don't know what is going on with the Air Jordan 12, but like they need to fix it, dude. Like this, just every time I open up one of the 12 boxes, I get really excited because the 12 is one of my favorite shoes within the original Air Jordan line. And every time I open them up, I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be different. And wrong. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they changed factories. I don't know anything. I just know that they just don't look good. They look really weird. And yeah, the first thing that I did notice though is that the blue is super dark, like really dark. Like the original one wasn't like super vibrant or anything, but it was a nice rich blue, and offsetting alongside like the white and the silver, as well as some of the like red hits that you'll see around certain spots of the sneaker and stuff like that. Like it looked really, really cool. The 2016 retro was a little bit darker than the original, at least based off of what I can remember, but this one looks even darker than those, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So it's just not quite up to par based off of what I know the brand's capable of. So to me, this is a little bit of a disappointing release, even though it is nice to see the colorway back. So if you look at the outsole, it's one of the more interesting Air Jordan 12 outsoles, mostly because the herringbone is not highlighted in color. And yes, we had that with shoes like the Taxis, but I do like it when they offset the herringbone with a little bit of color. So black rubber, white rubber, red rubber, either of those options would have been awesome. I will say that this is exactly how the original shoe came, so there's no complaints here. It's just one of those things that I feel like it needs a little bit extra something, because this is a dope ass outsole and it performs really well indoors and outdoors, but I just like it when they have a little bit more color. That's all. Now, along with the outsole, we have a carbon fiber shank plate right here, and if you wanted to know what they look like, I actually have a broken up pair right here. So this is what it is underneath the outsole and everything, and you got, you know, like I said, a large carbon fiber shank. Doesn't extend all the way to the forefoot. The original Taxis did, but all the other colorways, I believe, were just like this. They modified the plate for some reason, maybe because it was a little bit clunky feeling, kind of like restrictive. And so yeah, this is what the majority of the Air Jordan 12s feature, both in the original run and the retros. The midsole itself is Phylon. It's lightweight. It's actually really thin despite how boot-like this particular Air Jordan feels. And then inside of that is a full-length Zoom Air. This one just so happens to be an original Air unit, so it's pretty much cooked. But when they are full of air and brand new, they feel amazing. And that's exactly how these guys feel on foot. It's one of the most comfortable Air Jordans, in my opinion at least, of all time. The insole is a black Dream Cell, so nothing fancy or special. You can take it out and swap it out for anything else that you like if you would like to, or you could leave it in there and just be good good to go. It's all up to you. Now, in terms of materials, I do think that the white portions are really nice. The blue portions are just kind of whatever, you know what I mean? Like they're not anything special or crazy. If you like that really soft, semi-textured leather, that's what they feature. So very similar to the majority of the most recent Air Jordan 12s. I would just check your pairs and stuff because these just, you know, like the shape and everything, they just look crumpled. This one's already like super creased in the toe. It's just really strange stuff, man. Like, I don't know why there's not more love put into this shoe. Like, I really don't understand it. It's very weird. Like the white and red and the black and red, they got really nice treatments. Like they actually took their time. The shapes weren't too bad. Like they were really well-made retros, and these are recent retros. So I don't know why every other colorway of the 12 ends up getting this wonky ass looking thing to it. I just don't understand it. It's like they don't care about anything outside of the legacy colorways or something. I don't really know, even though to me this is still a legacy shoe. Like anything that he won a championship in should be treated with the utmost of respect when crafting it and bringing it back on shelves. But that's just one person's opinion, so what does that matter, I suppose. The tongue is awesome. The Jumpman looks a little squished, so he's kind of interesting up there, but the 2-3 running down the tongue is always my favorite feature of this shoe, outside of the back, where you got that beautiful patch and it says Jordan, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. I just absolutely love that. This particular release, at least my pair right here, doesn't feel like that, but you know, it is what it is. And I also love the red 23 offsetting on the blue. It just looks great, you know what I mean? It's that old school kind of like Wizards or Bullets look, and I dig it. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, the top two eyelets here, they're still plastic. I don't know if they'll ever make them metal again, but they're plastic. Now, in terms of sizing, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear, that is exactly what I would order. If you wanted a super snug fit, like a 1-to-1 fit, especially if you have a narrow foot, you would be able to go down half a size. You just got to break them in a little bit. But outside of that, most people going true to size, you should be fine. If you were interested in grabbing a pair, they will be available at most Jordan brand retailers. And if you are local here to the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, they'll be available over at Phenom. So make sure to check out both their locations, both in Elk Grove and the Delco Shopping Center. Basically, if you wanted to know about their release or launch procedures, just follow them over at Phenom Global on Instagram. Now, with all that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
I know you are always consistent with your intros and outros. For example, have a good one. How long did it take you to develop your intros and outros? Did you model it after someone or something, or was it just natural?
It just happened, and then I'm weird, and so they just do. I do it every time, like that OCD. But yeah, have a good one. I say that to people just randomly. Like if we're done talking, I'll be like, all right, have a good one. So I don't know why I do it, but I do it. And the intro, I keep pretty much the same usually too, but that's also like a kind of like an OCD thing. Like, I don't know.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com.
Yeah, I can't help it. Like that's what comes out. And so yeah, every once in a while I'll forget to do that. And I always feel stupid when that happens, but I didn't practice it. I didn't write it down. I didn't be like, oh, this is the way. Like
when I would do the videos,
yeah,
I would write it down.
Yeah.
And I would practice it over and over and over again. But only because it's the format now. Right.
So that's the thing, is that like I do have like a mental checklist. I always like to start from the bottom and work my way up and stuff like that with footwear. So I've been doing that since the beginning, but nothing I do is scripted or written down or anything like that. A lot of everything that you'll see is just either the way that I am or based off of things that I know or things that I've researched over the years and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's not like anything crazy. There's no magic formula. It's just me being ultra repetitive, and it's annoying to me, but I don't know how you guys feel. Apparently you like it. I don't know, but I thank you either way. But with all that being said, sound off below and let us know what you think about the Air Jordan 12 French Blues, at least the most recent version. Are you interested in grabbing a pair? Did you see them already and be like, I don't know, they just don't look right? Or have you never owned a pair but always wanted to, and so now's your chance? Sound off below and let us know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you in the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.